Alright, so I'm driving down the road one day, and I'm in my Mustang GT here, 2007. It's awesome, love it. But I pull up behind a 2010 convertible light blue Mustang that is going like 15 under the speed limit. And I'm thinking, this is a Mustang. Why the heck is this person going so slow? But, so we're following. It's only a 2-lane road, 1 lane each way. And I can't pass because there's a no passing zone as well. It's through a really nice forest area. And finally we get out of the forest area and there's another lane opens up. And so I go around this Mustang and I look to see who the heck is driving. And I kid you not, it's a little old lady, barely seeing over the steering wheel. And I was like, no way you go, Grandma. That is so awesome. She had to be at least 75, maybe 80 years old. No joke, driving a convertible Mustang, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So that leaves me to the question, why can you drive a Mustang at any age and still look awesome doing it? Now, maybe I'm a bit biased because I love Mustangs, but I notice probably the car I see most older people drive. If I had to, between the 3 muscle cars, the Challenger, the Camaro, and the Mustang, I definitely would say that I see more older people driving the Mustang than the Camaro or the Challenger. Okay, well, for starters, each of these muscle cars has a really long history, more than I could ever get into. I'm no expert. I mean, I'm a huge fan, I know a lot, but I don't know everything. I'm not claiming to know everything. But if we go back, let's think about this. So I'm gonna start by telling you something else too. I was talking to my grandpa one day. He's alive and well. He's in his 80s, God bless him. But he says to me, he says, you know, Steve, I would never drive a Camaro in my older age because I feel like I would look like a pedophile doing it. But he said he would drive a Mustang, to which I don't really know his reasons on that. But he said he would look like a pedophile driving the Camaro. And this kind of goes back to, I'm not sure why this was, but back in the day, maybe the 70s, 80s, Camaro drivers just had a reputation of either being stoned out druggies or hippies. So I don't know why that reputation came about, but it kind of did. It's what most people say. Not everybody agrees with that, but for some reason Mustang drivers don't have that reputation. Now the Dodge Challenger, on the other hand, now that's a good car, and I can't necessarily say that it has that druggy reputation. But I think the thing with the Challenger is people love it, no doubt about it. I love it even. But I think what the issue with that was the price. It's just kind of expensive back in the day, and it still is. You can get a Mustang for way cheaper than you can get a Challenger. I mean, I could buy this GT V8 Mustang for less than I could buy a V6 Challenger. I don't know why the Challenger's so higher. Maybe it's because the performance really is that much higher. Which leads me to my next point. Mustangs are not the fastest. We all know, all our Mustang fans, and anybody I guess into Mustangs knows that they are definitely not the fastest muscle car around. But the thing is they're really not trying to be. And I think that's what kind of keeps it more on the, I guess, modest level of the muscle car range, if you will. Is, you know, you got Challenger, Camaro nowadays. These cars are pushing 6.2, 6.4 even for the Challengers, liters in their engines, and the Mustang is staying at the 5.0. So I think if Mustang really wanted to improve their performance and match that competition, they would definitely bump it up to above 6 liters, but they don't want to do that because they have the 5.0 brand. Everybody knows 5.0, the Coyote, or whatever they call the Old of Windsor. And that's the, you know, that's the brand people know and the image that people know and love. And it also makes the car more affordable in certain aspects. You know, instead of having to pay, you know, 50, 60 grand, whatever it is, for the 6.4 on the new Challengers, you can get these new 5.0s, and some of them I think are even in the 30,000 price range. I got this V6. I got this GT for around 10 grand, which it's got a little over 100,000 miles on it. It's what I could afford at this age. I paid for the car myself, so, and I love it just as much as I would love any other muscle car. So with that being said, I think the reason the Mustang, you can look good driving it at any age, is because I believe it has the most extensive history. It was the first pony car. It wasn't really the first muscle car. It's very debated on what the first muscle car was. But it's definitely the first pony car. It started that whole brand, and it brought affordable V8 power to the greater common people. and it's not trying to have the reputation as the most fastest, most badass car out there. It's definitely one of the more modest, if not the most modest muscle car out of the big three, in my opinion. And one more thing I can definitely think of is I think the Mustang doesn't have the reputation of being a 12-year-old car, but maybe it does. I know a lot of people think, oh, I hate Mustangs, or you love Mustangs, whatever it is you may think. But a lot of times in the movies you see, you know, the Camaro, Transformers, Bumblebee, you know. It just kind of makes it seem like a 12-year-old car. I don't know, I'm sorry, maybe you disagree with me, but that's the kind of the vibe I get from that car. Challenger, I think the reason that one isn't as popular, unless the classic ones. The classic one's a different story, but the modern ones, I think it tries too hard. I mean, no old lady wants to drive the most powerful, badass demon. You know, they don't really market it to that age range. So I think in the end, the reason the Mustang prevails with all age ranges is it's affordable, so young people can buy it. It's more modest. It doesn't have that, you know, the demon or anything like that, any kind of those namesakes, high performance, anything. I mean, some do. I mean, there's the Bullet and stuff, but, you know, I think it keeps it more in that modest range, and it's affordable, and just with the history of it, it makes it suitable for all ages. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. It was my quick little, maybe not quick little discussion about why I think the Mustang lives on with all ages. If you liked the video, leave a like down below. Maybe you agree, maybe you disagree. It's totally okay. I'm no expert. I'm not making factual statements here. So let me know what your opinions are down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.